or welcome back to my channel. My name is Marikan. Today we're doing another DIY video. So this DIY video I've been sitting on for a little bit actually. I just have been waiting for myself to have the motivation to film an intro. I have had the DIY part done for a while and I finally was like, you know what, girl, sit down, film that intro, get that video out there, share it with the public, okay? So I created some pin storage, and this is based on a DIY that I saw on Blake Silva's channel. I will leave him linked down below, although I'm sure if you are watching my channel, you are probably familiar with Blake's channel. One of my absolute favorite content creators. I love his pin unboxings. He is an incredibly talented singer. Absolutely wonderful content creator. And I saw this idea on his channel, so I kind of borrowed the idea, but I really loved it because I live in a smaller house. I live in an older house, so there's not really a lot of room to put up a bunch of pin boards to display pins. So for now, what I have done is I have purchased some photo storage, and I purchased some cork boards that have adhesive backing and cut those to size, and I've made kind of my own little mini boards, and it's in a container to store it all in. So I'm going to go through the process on how I made those, you know, kind of showing you guys organizing my pin collection, which this was a couple months ago at this point when I really first started to get into pin collecting, like as a big hobby and not just having a few pins lying around. So, I do plan on eventually getting some smaller boards that I can hang in my house with like some command strips and put some of my favorite pins on or some of my favorite pin sets. I haven't really decided what I want to do yet, but for now, this is some of my pin storage and I wanted to share kind of like that organization video. I would love to get like one of like the large Pinfolio bags to store a lot of my stuff in because you can store like 1,500 pins, I think is the largest one. You can store a ton of pins in one of those bags, and I think that should keep me for a long time, honestly. So I would love to eventually get one of those bags maybe to like put some of my larger sets in or things of that nature. But for now, this is what I have, and I just thought it would be fun for you guys to kind of go along with me. All right, so today I'm going to be making some DIY pin storage. I actually saw this on a UK Disney pin collectors video. I forget her name, but I will leave her channel down below. And she said she got the idea from Blake Silva at Blake's Pop Nook, I think is his tag, is his handle. But you guys know Blake Silva. He's a huge creator on here. So I went deep diving for that video because he showed how to make them. She'd already had them made. And he had, of course, all of the stuff linked down below. I have a couple of these little boards here. These are just regular cork boards. I got them from Amazon, and I don't know how well you can see, but they have like a self-adhesive backing. There's like a little piece of white tape here. This is a pack of 6. I did not realize it come with little like thumbtacks. I will probably never use those. I'll honestly probably take those to work with me. I might use them more there. But I ended up getting 2 packages of these. And then I also have 2 of these. These are little like photo cases. So I got these from Michael's. I'm going to take one out and show you. So it's a little like storage case. It's got a little clip here. You can lift up your top. And then they have little boxes in here that you can store photos in. But they're 4x6. They each have little clips. And you open these boxes. And basically you put the cork in here. You put the self-adhesive down. Press it down really good. And then you can design basically like little mini pin boards. I did get 2 of these just because I kind of want to keep like my mystery sets in a case. And I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to organize everything just yet. I want to get like all my pins laid out and kind of figure out how many I can fit inside each little container. So I did get 2 because I wasn't really sure exactly how I wanted to store everything just yet. I also went to Walmart and I got some batteries and this Dymo letter tag. This is a Bluetooth label maker. He actually had one from Amazon linked in the video. I didn't want to get one from Amazon because I honestly didn't really know that brand. And I had one of these back when I was in school. I had this brand before, not this specific one. And I know this brand is pretty good. We actually have one of these at the office that I work at. Again, not this exact one, but a Dymo brand label maker. This one connects to your phone. I actually already have the app downloaded on my phone. So I'm going to make little labels and stick on top so that way I know what Disney character or mystery pin collection is in that box. So I'm basically going to kind of make all my boxes, get everything laid out, and then I'm going to make some labels to go on top. I also brought a magic marker, a ruler, and then a box cutter to help me cut the cork boards a little evenly, so hopefully this will help with that. I also did unbox a few of these here on my channel, so I got some of the Pinfolio MIDI boards. These are the purple ones, and then I did also get the zipper pouches to put them in. I do want to do a board for traders and then a board for some of my non-Disney pins, so we will also decorate those in this video. This is a pack of 4, so I do have 4. I'm probably not going to use like all 4 at the moment, but this is a very awesome little board here. Last little thing we're going to be decorating is a binder. So I actually got this 1.5-inch binder from Walmart, and I made this little cover sheet here. It's the Disney pin trading logo, and then I got some villains and princesses and put it on like this really pretty purple background. I didn't put it in the back. I don't really feel like I needed one for the back, but I did also do a little Disney pins tab for the side. That way when I put it on my shelf, I can see that it's my pins, because I do have several binders that I use for lots of different things, and I'm probably going to put that on that shelf, or maybe kind of combine all those shelves together. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I just thought it would be very cool. Again, it's just like a regular 3-ring binder. I also got some of these trading card pages to put some of the pins in that have like the little backers on them. I thought this would be a fun way to store them. I know I've heard people say that Disney actually makes these and they're a little more expensive, a little bit better quality, but I have an idea for these, and I hope that it actually turns out and works. I actually also saw in a video somebody used some of these index cards and stuffed them in like the empty slots on these pages, so it made the pages easier to turn. So I'm probably going to do that as well. These are just 100 count index cards, and I ended up getting the blank ones. I didn't get the ones with the lines or anything. I mean, there's really no need for me to have the lines. I also thought if I was to start like selling and trading a lot of pins, these might be good to use kind of as backers to send the pins on. And then I've also got some of my ISO sheets. So again, I literally just went to the internet, searched for sets that I wanted to complete or pins that I wanted. And as I've got them, you can see I've kind of crossed some of these off. I've not crossed off everything, so I'm going to kind of do that as I go through and arrange everything on my boards as well. But I just used Canva and kind of did like collages for all of these. And I put them in little sheet protectors, just regular sheet protectors. And I thought these would be really cool to go in my binder as well, just at the back. That way I could have some of my ISOs kind of in an easy, accessible place. So I think I want to start with the binder because I feel like that's going to be the easiest to put together. You'll also probably need some scissors because I think you have to cut these in half to fit them in the little page protector things here. So let me get out. I think I only have like 2 pins that have a back that I'm actually going to keep in this binder for now. Obviously, I do want to get more, but let's kind of just start with this. I'm going to take and put all of my little ISO pieces in the back because I don't think they need to go in the front, like in front of all the pins. I think having them in the back is going to be fine because I can flip to the back and kind of cross out any of the ones that I get. I'm actually going to go ahead and take all of these out. This one has 10 pages in it. But the other 9 pages, I'm going to go ahead and just put these in right here. I'm not going to put any index cards in these just yet because I don't have anything in them. So I'm going to go ahead and close that and kind of set this to the side. These are my 2 pins I'm going to put in there. And then let's go ahead and open up these little index cards and take one out. I think what's going to be the best. I'm going to kind of trial and error here. Let's see, they don't fit that way, so maybe this way. What if I like fold it in half like this? Does that, I think that will fit in there. And then I'm just going to kind of cut these in half. And these don't have to be perfect. Let's just kind of start sticking them. Oh yeah. So this is my idea here. To stick the pin down in here, take the back off, and I'm just poking it through so that I can place the back on there, and now it's going to stay stable. Now let's bring our handy dandy binder back, and I'm probably just going to stick this extra piece in here for now, and we'll reopen this guy and stick it in there. So it's easy to kind of flip that now. So next I'm going to go into my little pinfolio boards here. I do have a couple ideas for these, so let's just kind of get into it. And my idea for this first one is to put my traders on it. So any duplicates that I have. I don't really have any pins that I don't want at the moment because I've just kind of started getting mystery boxes and things in. Let me kind of zoom you all in a little bit more on this one. So this is my pinfolio. This is my little bag of traders, little duplicates. So first duplicate one, this is from the Princess Pastries. I bought a box because the only one I was missing was Ariel, and I was hoping that I would get Ariel and then like a duplicate I could trade. And the duplicate I got was Mulan, which I think is a good dupe because Mulan is great. I love her. She's one of my favorites. So we got Mulan. And this is a duplicate from a Lilo and Stitch Loungefly pin set. It's Lilo and Stitch and the record player. The only one I was missing was Lilo and Stitch in the red car, but I do have the rest of that set. So hopefully we can trade that at some point. I do have a couple from the Imaginative Icons that are duplicates. This one being Jacques and Gus from Cinderella, and they're in the little pumpkin carriage. This is another one of the Loungefly ones that I have that is a dupe. It's the Stitch postage stamp. And then I've got another Imaginative Icons, the sword and the stone. Let me actually go get, I have a little jar that I'm going to put my backs in, so let me go get that real quick. Okay, so I have this little jar here. This is a craft jar I got at Michael's, just like a little mason jar with a lid. And I'm going to put all of my backs in here. So let me take the backs off first. Some of these have like the little clip backs. And then some of them are just like your regular little Disney and Mickey ear backs. I'm just going to put them all in the same jar. So I have 2 Loungefly traders, and then I've got Princess Pastries up here, and then the Imaginative Icons. And we're going to stick it back in its little sleeve here. So this is my first idea for one of the pin boards. And then I only really have one more idea for these pin boards unless a set just doesn't fit inside of the other DIY project I'm doing. But the other one I have, so I have some miscellaneous pins. These are all like McDonald's pins from where I was working at McDonald's in high school. I'm going to leave these in the bag because a lot of these are like the backed pins. There are some that have little backs on them, but I'm just going to leave these like this because I don't really feel like they're collector's items or anything. But I do have a Ziploc bag full of, like, I've got some Stranger Things pins and then some music related pins from some of my favorite bands. So I think I'm going to do like a board with all of my non-Disney stuff, if that makes sense. So these are all from an Etsy shop. If I can find these pins still available, I will leave them linked down below. And now let's work on my music side. That is a perfect fit, you guys. So there is that board. And we're going to just stick this one back in its little case here. Now we're getting into the fun part, you guys. These bigger corkboard pieces. So let's get some of these open. I do need, let's see, I need 32 pieces. So that's all I'm going to cut today. Like I said, these do come with some extra little thumbtacks. I'm not really going to use those for anything right now. These are, I think, 1.5 inch thick pieces. And then the back, you guys are going to be able to see a little bit better now, have this like adhesive sticky to it. So we're just going to start cutting on them. So the little boxes are 4 by 6. So it's 8 this way. So I'm going to mark a little dot at 6 here. Do a little line. This is honestly probably going to be the part I struggle with the most. Even though I've got a ruler, I'm still like not good with straight lines. Does that look pretty straight? And then I need to measure out 4 inches each way here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then this should be 4 perfectly even pieces here. So I'm going to, again, mark these. Maybe I should have done something like a little less like permanent marker-y. But, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to be able to see the lines. So I have a feeling this piece is too big. This piece is going to kind of be our trial piece. I don't really know if this is going to work right, but this is going to be our little trial piece, so we'll see. And basically now you're just going to take your box cutter and kind of cut through. This is probably the part where I could have used my husband. Okay, yeah, that's not super straight, but also not terrible. And then let's start like by cutting off this little strip because this is a piece I don't think we're gonna need. Let's see, can we just like... Okay. Now we've got all those kind of cut-ish. So you should have basically 4 pieces from one piece. And I'm going to see if these fit before I like cut all of them. I'm going to take one of these and then I'm going to see, oh, that fits. Awesome. That's great. Sweet. Okay. So these are actually going to work. I may need to trim some of them because I think some of my lines got a little wobbly, but I mean, for the most part, I think it's going to work. And then you just kind of take your adhesive back off of these. And then you just plop them in here and you want to kind of press them down. Nice. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's just do all the 4 that we've got cut. It's going to be tight, but I think they'll all fit in my little Lilo and Stitch picture ones. So let's just take all these backs off. And I'm going to kind of sit them over here out of the dirty space because I don't want them to get dirty.
Okay, so we do Sandcastle Stitch. Do a little blender. Let's see, we'll do the hug down here. And then maybe we'll do the little, here you go, Amy, there. We'll do him and his little floaty. And the froggy. See, this one is done with the record. Let's see, I'm going to need to kind of move this one over. I have to move these over just a touch more to get him on there. This is going to be kind of like a tight squeeze for the set, but I think it's going to work. So there we go, it works. And then hopefully I don't have to move any of these. I have to move this one just a touch. The little points.
Alright, so there are my Stitch photos. Very cute. And now we can close them up. They don't fall out. Okay, so I went through and I got all of these done. I have all of my cardboard pieces cut out and I have everything that I own currently in these little containers. So this one here, as you can see, is the headphones mystery pins. I have all 6 of them in here. And now it's time to make labels. I'm going to try and label the top of them here. Now that we are done with the hardest part, we're going to do the fun parts. This is the Dymo label maker that I purchased. It is the Letra Tag 200B, I guess is how you say that. Basically, I went on and I registered this item, you know, for like product warranties and things. You open it up and it takes 4 AA batteries, and then I put in the label tape in there. You've got your power button here, and this app is really cool. So I'm going to try and focus. So this is like templates that are already pre-made, but you can go in and add your own, and there are so many different like options in here. So for text styles, you see you have all different kinds of options: bold, italicize, underline, strike through. This one does like an outline, then it has one with like a drop shadow, and one if you wanted your text to go like kind of sideways, how it's showing there. There are different text styles you can choose. And you can also choose different font sizes as well. There are all kinds of little icons you can use to go with the text, which I think is pretty cool. I didn't realize there was going to be like so many options for this stuff. There are also some borders that you can choose to go around your text. And then you can also do dates. There are tons of different options for like different dates as well. Kind of don't want a border, especially if I'm going to do these little like music notes and things. So let me test it out first and see how this goes. So I'm going to turn on my little Dymo here, and then I'm going to print. Looks like what we wanted. I didn't know that I wanted it this large though, but there we go. So now that I've got that done, let me power that off really quickly, just because I'm going to show you here on my headphones box. So this, I think, has like a slit kind of in the middle. Yeah, it's got like a two-sided tape here. And now we have headphones on there, so I know that these are the headphones mystery pins. So now I'm going to do this with all of my sets. So that is everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you all are new. And in the comments below, let me know how you guys store your pins. I would love to see like if you have a video on your pin collection or pin storage ideas. I would love to see it. I would love to hear it. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!